I'm going to talk about is EpicBooks. EpicBooks is a digital library for primary and secondary age children. This is what the interface looks like for me as a teacher. So I enrolled each of my students in on my account. I can create groups for students, like reading groups. And then I can assign books to them. So these are some of my assignments that have already assigned. We just finished a unit on space. And so in the students' research, I assign them books based on whichever aspect we were working on that day. And then the students read these books. I can see how much of the book they read, I can see how fast they read. And then I can assign quizzes. Now, some of the books come with pre made quizzes, or in most of the books, you can create your own quizzes and just use them for your class or share them with everybody. So, the thing that there are multiple things that I love about EpicBooks. First, it's not just a a tool for students to just read. There are resources and strategies for implementing EpicBooks on multiple levels in your classroom on in all different content areas. The books come in English as well as Chinese, French, and Spanish, which is awesome. And I can track what students are reading and assign reading for them. So in the Explore section, this is what students see when they log in. I can change this. So I can change what grade level of book that students explore. But let me go back home. I can also um change I can change the grade level. I can change whether or not the students have access to videos, and then depending on the reading level system, I can change that too, so that only books show up on a student specific reading level. What I love about EpicBooks is that it has videos, it has audiobooks, and it has this awesome read to me feature. So in the read to me feature, the books are read to the students.
Epic Originals presents Kitty and Dragon. Kitty Gets a Cold. Written by Mika Hashimoto. Illustrated by Jillian Reed. Performed by Tara Sands. One morning, Dragon goes outside.
So, as the story reads to the students, the words light up on the screen. Each book gives you this little bit of information. My favorite and assign are just for the teacher. But it tells you the book level, it tells you whether or not it has a quiz, and then it tells you the age range that the book is for. Another big thing that I really love about EpicBooks is there is a built-in dictionary. So any words
asleep,
that the student picks on, it'll tell them how to pronounce the word, and it'll give them the definition of the word in a couple different parts of speech. And so there is a built-in dictionary for students. Now, the EpicBooks for me, for the ITSE standard for students, I'm going to choose Empowered Learner, because between second and third grade, students are making the shift between reading to learn and learning to read. They're slowly understanding that acquiring knowledge, a part of that comes from, yes, a person teaches it to you, but another huge part of it comes from reading. And so once a week, the students have computer free choice where they're able to visit any of our learning sites that they choose. And so when they choose EpicBooks, I'll remind them, like, remember earlier this week you asked me a question about the Titanic, or remember earlier this week you asked me a question about, why Pluto is considered a dwarf planet, or remember when, you were curious about, why the sky is blue in the daytime. So, but um when you go into space, it's dark. So I encourage students to use EpicBooks to figure out how to answer those questions. So the students, when they explore, they can type keywords into it. So for example, this is a big thing, Minecraft. And so all of these books will pop up about Minecraft. Another thing that I really love about EpicBooks is that the books are not just solely academic based. I want children to read. It does not matter to me what they're reading as long as they are practicing their reading skills. Epic also tells me, so it tells me how often students are reading, how much time they're spending. So, not long ago, we were having a lot of bouts of students that were in COVID. I mean, out because they had COVID. And so, another thing I like about EpicBooks is that it is free to students as long as they have their class code between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. So, when students were having to leave for COVID, I was giving them the code, and you can see that they were spending quite a bit of time reading on EpicBooks, which is what I absolutely love because, you know, they so they are exploring books, but also they are like figuring out the things that interest them. Learning is really inquiry based, and so this very large library gives students the opportunity to read and learn about things that are truly of interest to them. And that's epic.